Hello, everyone. Can you give me a quick confirmation whether you're able to see my screen? Are you guys able to see my screen? Can you just reply to me? Okay. So I see that some of you are joining from Philippines and some of you from other country. And yes, I'm really happy to see that most of you would like to become an awesome BA, and that's why you all are here, right? So let me end the poll and start the presentation. Okay. Yeah, Nicholas, you have raised your hand. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to confirm that.
You're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, let's start. Yep. So congratulations, all of you, for taking an important step towards achieving an amazing growth in your BA career. And from the poll itself, I could understand that all of you are really excited and would like to become an awesome BA. And that's why all of you are here today. So by the end of this webinar, I will be telling you how IBA certifications can play an important role in your BA career, and most importantly, how to pass the ECBA exam in the first attempt and what kind of support you will get from Adaptive regarding the ECBA preparation. So stay tuned till the end of the webinar because we have some really amazing offers for you, and this is like about 1,049 worth additional benefit that you will receive specifically for webinar attendees. So I will request all of you to stay there till the end and see what's in it for you. Okay, so just a little bit about myself. My name is Fatima, and I work as a lead business analyst at Adaptive. I have over 11 years of experience as a BA, and I primarily handle the learning management system and other products that we develop at Adaptive US. And I have been assisting students with their IIBA certifications for a couple of years now. And I hold the ECBA and CBAP certifications. And I'm also part of the IIBA chapter board member. So I would be really excited to take you through this webinar. And you can always keep your questions reserved and ask me at the end of the webinar. So yeah, I just have a quick question for you guys again. So let me launch the poll. Okay. So yes, I want you to answer this for me. Okay, so I have one quick question for you. Which smartphone will you purchase? Given a choice, which smartphone would you go for? Is it a branded one at $900, or would you go for an unbranded one? Oh, that was pretty quick. All of you have said that you would go for a branded cell phone at $900. Awesome. Okay, now, can somebody tell me quickly why you would choose that? Nicholas, maybe you can give it a shot. Why would you go for a branded phone? Or Linda, anybody? Linda, Roger, Miranda, Toledo. Would you like to share your thoughts on why you would go for a branded product? Okay, no worries. Let me go ahead. Okay, so primarily why people go for branded products is because of better quality, warranty, post-sales support, and a lot more assurance, right? When we buy an Apple product, we always know that, okay, it comes with better quality, or maybe it comes with warranty. It does not fail often. Okay, so, or when we go with any other product for that matter, which is branded, we always have that kind of an assurance in mind, and we are confident to go ahead and choose that product. So now let me launch another poll, and I want you to answer this for me. Okay, so do you consider yourself as a product? In today's market, do you think you really have to stand out amidst the others? Yes, so all of you are considering yourself as a product because you want to deliver value to users, maybe your employers or your customers or your team. Within your team itself, you want to deliver value. And you may have certain features like skills or experience or behaviors using which you would want to stand out. And you also wish to have continuous improvement, maybe in terms of learning or upskilling. You have to deal with stakeholders, and because of so many of these reasons, many of us consider ourselves as a product because we want to improve ourselves. You know, we see our career as something which needs to be intentionally designed or evolved or positioned. It doesn't come just like that. We need to put in a lot of effort and to nurture our career and come out with the best version of ourselves. That is why most of you, I understand, have marked yourself as a product. That's amazing. That also means that you clearly know that you have to invest in yourself to become a better version of yourself so that you can stand out in the market. Now, and that is precisely why many people get trained and certified, because trained and certified BAs, they have a brand value associated with them. When somebody is a certified business analyst professional versus somebody who is not, you can clearly understand that a certified BA has put in a lot of effort to understand what the terminology means, how to distinguish themselves from the others. They have much better clarity of the subject, and that is why they can position themselves better in a job market. Of course, it comes with faster career growth, higher confidence at work, greater job satisfaction, and much more. So at Adaptive, when we conducted a poll for our students, 49% of them reported a better role at work upon completing their training and attaining their certification. Many of them have reported a better role at work. 58% of them have reported higher salary, and most importantly, the confidence level has boosted up considerably. So 91% of them have reported higher confidence at work because that has, the knowledge and skills that they acquired post the training has enabled them to become a better BA at their workplace. So here are some instances where our students have shared some interesting things with us where they have experienced a 50% hike in their next job switch. So that's all because of, understanding. And see, you can clearly see that getting my basics clear. So that is the primary purpose of becoming, of undergoing training, because many people understand the fundamentals of business analysis better. And because of that, they're able to command a higher a higher salary growth in their next job interview, or upon completing their certification, they're also able to attain that kind of a promotion in their role itself. So this is yet another success story where Galib has said that he got a job offer from a very large multinational consulting company, and he has reached the final stages of interviews with another big employer. So he has said clearly that your guarantees are not just words, and he has passed the exam the first attempt, and he will he has acquired whatever he wished for. He has achieved his dream job. So this is yet another success story. And there are several success stories. And that's why I said that 91% of our students have, experienced higher confidence and better salary at their workplace. So now let's dive into our core purpose of this webinar. And that is why all of you are here, to understand what is ECBA and what is new in ECBA, how do you prepare for that, and how to crack that in your first attempt, right? Okay. So I'm not sure whether there are any participants here who are not aware of what ECBA is, but if there are any, I would like to just touch upon what ECBA is. So ECBA is the entry certificate in business analysis, and it is primarily for BAs, and not just BAs, anybody, any professional who is keen to enter the BA space. So it's an entry certificate in business analysis, and it's the first level certification provided by the International Institute of Business Analysis, which is IIBA. And it's a popular certification for jumpstarting a career in business analysis. So it's not only for it's not for BAs who have like 5 or 6 years of experience, but it's primarily intended for BAs who have 0 to 2 years of experience, or individuals who are keen to enter the BA profession. It could be for students who have enrolled in BA academic programs, or some kind of new graduates, or professionals who are transitioning their careers from, whatever they are currently. Suppose they are into some kind of a role currently, and they are keen to transition their role to a business analyst, then ECBA is perfect for them. Or it could also be for functional managers who are not BAs, but they also manage BAs. So the ECBA is a perfect exam for these job roles. And last year, the ECBA underwent a major change, and I want to explain what that major change is and how it is going to impact your preparation. Okay, so till last year, till maybe July 2025, the ECBA was centered around theoretical concepts. We have a book called BABOK, which is the Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. It is a standard which the IIBA follows. So the exam was centered around that. Okay, and it was more like, memory testing or those kind of things. But last year in July, it has undergone a massive change in the sense that they switched their exam taking methodology from theory or memory-centric exam, which was comparatively simpler, to practical application of business analysis. So that is where the major change has come. So from theory to practical oriented application of business analysis. That is how the ECBA tests your performance currently. Okay, so when you are preparing for ECBA, okay, so you are aware of how to practically apply your knowledge, and it will also equip you with job-ready competencies, and it will help you make an impact within your organization instantly. Because the reason why it changed is because employers today, they expect practical job-ready BAs. They don't want BAs who just know theoretical stuff and they don't know where to implement, what to implement, those kind of things. They don't want to have that kind of a crowd coming in their organization. So they want people who are already having some kind of an understanding of the subject, and they know where to apply them. Okay, so that's primarily why it has changed. And they have taken a lot of inputs from BA professionals worldwide, and that's how they have come up with the change itself. And of course, modern BA work demands strategic thinking and stakeholder engagement. And that And the current ECBA ensures that it actually reflects all of these BA tasks. Okay, so it's an amazing change. And if you're preparing for the exam right now, this is the best time to prepare, and it will really add value to your career and how it's going to make an impact to your organization. So like I said, what has changed in the exam? There's a greater emphasis on real world situations. So it's situation-based exam, it's application-oriented exam, and there's a stronger focus on the business analysis core concept model. Okay, so there is a concept model which was there in the BABOK in the previous exam. In the previous pattern also, it was there, but it was never really emphasized so much. So there is a stronger focus on the business analysis core concept model in the current pattern, which delves deeply into understanding the various facets of business analysis. It could be, understanding the need, stakeholder. There are 6 areas which the BA core concept model focuses on, which is need, stakeholder, value, solution, change, and context. Sorry. So there are 6 things that the BA core concept model focuses on, and you will be tested on all of these concepts. Okay. So earlier, the exam was for 60 minutes. Now they have extended the exam to 75 minutes, and that allows candidates more time to read, process, and respond. Okay. So this is the current ECBA exam pattern. So there is 20% weightage associated with understanding business analysis. All right. So, yeah. Okay, so business analysis, understanding of that business analysis, mainly, the foundational concepts or the BABOK principles or BA role awareness, all of these aspects, covers about 20% of the exam. Then comes mindset for effective business analysis. To understand the business analysis role and to perform that effectively, you need to have an appropriate mindset. It's all about mindset. How do you think critically? How do you adapt to different situations? What is the kind of communication that you should have with your stakeholders? All of these things covers about 14%. Then comes implementing business analysis. That takes about 6% of the exam. How do BAs contribute across project life cycles? And the rest of these 6 concepts are part of the business analysis core concept model. And each of these things, like I said, the change, need, solution, stakeholder, value, context, all of this takes about 10% each. And it is all trying to figure out, it's all about figuring out how will you respond to a change? How do you manage change effectively? How do you understand business needs and opportunities? How do you evaluate solutions? How do you identify stakeholders? How do you engage with them? Then from a value perspective, you are measuring, analyzing, and maximizing the value delivered. And from a context perspective, you are understanding the enterprise, environment, and influencing factors. So these are very critical in terms of the exam, and they are given equal weightage. Okay, so when you sit for the exam, you have to have a strong clarity and a sound understanding of these concepts in order to answer the questions properly. Okay. So in summary, let me summarize how it was before and how it is now. So the reference guides in 2025 was just the BABOK. And I will quickly take you through, I'll just run through how the BABOK is. And today, in 2026, like from mid of July 2025, the reference guides have been you have 2 reference guides. One is the BABOK and the other one is the BA standard. Okay, so there are 2 books that are being referred to currently. Now, coming to the knowledge areas, earlier 4 knowledge areas were covered, but today you have 6 BABOK knowledge areas, which means the whole of BABOK is being covered for ECBA as well. And it is structured into 9 domains. So the 9 domains is what I showed you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 domains. And 9 domains, and the knowledge areas are 6 knowledge areas. So there are new additions And that is earlier in 2025, there was strategy analysis and solution evaluation was not there. So today you have strategy analysis and solution evaluation as part of your exam. Okay, so there are two knowledge areas which were not there earlier that has also been introduced in the new pattern. Okay, so there is a little bit of a relief in terms of techniques because earlier there were 50 techniques and now there are only 20 techniques for the ECBA exam. So maybe 50 out of 50 techniques, there were probably higher level techniques which are not necessary for an entry level business analyst, and that's why they have cut down on the number of techniques and it has been brought down to 20. So the number of questions, it stays the same. You have 50 questions and the exam duration has increased slightly because today the exam is more situation based and application focused. So they have given you more time. So approximately 15 minutes more time for the same number of questions. So that you can actually think a little bit and answer rather than, just trying to retrieve something out of your memory. So that's not the intent right now. So that's the reason they have given you some more time. Okay. Yeah. So I really want to give you two amazing resources, and I would be sharing the link with you at the end of the webinar. So this is a 50 free ECBA prep questions, and this is going to be a really amazing resource for you because it not only covers everything in terms of what the current ECBA pattern and everything that you need to know about ECBA, and it also contains 50 ECBA prep questions as per the new pattern. So please stay till the end of the webinar and I will share the link with you. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much on how the current pattern is. And now let me tell you 6 steps on how to become a proud ECBA certification holder. Okay, so first and foremost thing that you have to have in you is that you have to make up your mind. So whenever you decide to do something, there will be a lot of doubts and apprehensions in your mind. Is this the right time? Can I do it later? There is always a tendency in your mind to procrastinate. We tend to keep things for later. We will think, okay, let's find that appropriate time and decide to do it later. So the sad part is that later will never come. So you have to make time and you have to make up your mind to stand out. And delaying your certification makes you lose about $10,000 per year, and it makes you vulnerable in today's situation. So we have had students writing to us, saying that, hey, I finally came to the realization that I'm stuck, stuck as a business analyst, not knowing which direction to go. There has been a lot of changes and I don't know, can you help me out? So these kind of mails come to us very often because many learners, they want to make a change in their life, but they are unable to, take the right call at the right time and they are stuck. So first and foremost thing that you have to do in your career to make an impact and to go forward is to make up your mind. Step number 2, get trained. So ECBA, although it does not require faculty-led training, the right training can speed up your certification journey by at least 6 to 12 months. And there was a student who wrote to us on how he tried self-studying and how he did not really succeed in his attempts. And then finally he approached us, and within a month of training, he was able to ace the examination. So always choose your training partner wisely. Are you going for a self-study mode, or are you going to make your certification journey faster by choosing the right training provider? And when you evaluate, you have to keep a couple of things in mind. You have to consider the past success rate, the quality of the faculty, the quality of content, the success guarantee. Are they giving you some kind of guarantee that you will pass the exam if you follow their recommended steps? Will you pass the exam or not? So that kind of a guarantee are they providing? All these aspects are some things which you need to evaluate when you sit when you choose the right provider. How frequently are they training, or is there any kind of a post-training support? So sometimes as soon as a training is over, there is no additional support from the training provider, and then you're lost. So that is not the case with Adaptive. We always provide post-training support for our masterclass and ultimate products. So that our students, we handhold them till they achieve their certification. So training fee is a small fraction of your total investment. Once you consider the lost opportunities and the frustrations and with the lack of support and mental trauma, the training fee or the investment that you're going to make is a small fraction compared to what you will end up losing if you are in the wrong hands. Okay, so next, prepare smart. So typical challenges are lack of clarity on the scope of the exam. So that's why I clearly showed you what is the ECBA exam going to cover. So there are 9 concepts, and you should have good clarity on what is being covered and what is going to be asked in the exam. Okay, so lack of clarity on the question pattern. Many times students are not aware of what is the kind of question that you will get in the exam. So that is why we are also giving you 50 free questions. And the link to this will be shared. So I wanted to share with you how the questions will look like. So that will give you a good idea on how they are being asked. So like I said, the current question nature itself is practical application oriented question. So they will tell you, you are a business analyst at certain organization. You are preparing for some kind of an elicitation session. So what is the most important element that you would take into account for effective collaboration? So there are different types of practical application-oriented questions which will come for the ECPA exam. And I wanted to give this resource to you so that you get a good clarity on the type of questions that you will get. So many a times, clarity is what people miss, lack of, understanding of the question pattern. People don't practice enough questions, and the complexity of the IIBA guides, because the BABOK itself is about it's close to 400 to 500 pages, and going through that on your own can be a little overwhelming. And especially if you don't have any kind of exam assistance or support and some kind of a faculty to guide you through it, these are some challenges that students face, and that is like a roadblock for many students in clearing the exam in their first attempt. Now, you also need to know the different BA tasks. Okay, first of all, you have to understand the purpose of each knowledge area, what is that each task will do, understand how it, maps to the business analysis core concept model. You should also remember the tasks in different knowledge areas. Understand the typical workflow. So there are 6 knowledge areas, like I said. So there is a mind map itself for that. And mind maps can be very helpful because, it helps you to understand how one knowledge area, it interacts with another knowledge area, and what is the kind of deliverables that you need. All those aspects are clearly demonstrated in a mind map. So we also have some interesting mind map on the techniques, because like I said, there are 50 techniques, and at least for an ECBA student, you just have to be aware of 20 techniques. Those techniques have been underlined here. So you need to be aware of only those 20 techniques. Okay, yeah. So moving on. From a techniques perspective, you are expected to understand the strength of each technique. At least you should be aware of the purpose of each technique. When should you apply a particular technique? In which scenario should you apply a technique? So like I said, since the questions are situation-based questions, you have to know which technique will fit in a particular scenario. Okay, so they will give you 4 techniques. There are 4 options. So if they give you 4 options and 4 different techniques, you should be clear on which technique you should go for in a particular situation. Okay, so You have to understand the commonalities among the techniques, understand how the techniques support each other, and a reverse mapping between different situations and likely techniques will also be helpful. Okay, so in the sense, if in a particular situation, which technique will be the most appropriate. So having that kind of an understanding will help you in answering techniques related questions. Now, it's all about practice, right? So ultimately, all your exam preparation revolves around practice. So without practice, you are not going to succeed in the exam because there can be a lot of different varieties of questions which you should get accustomed to. You have to understand the pattern, understand the nature of questions, and practice different sets. That will give you good confidence to sit for the exam. You will be able to understand how to eliminate questions, eliminate options, I mean. So questions can have few tricks to distract you. So observe those distractions and, take chapter and tests to test your understanding. Take multiple simulation tests and analyze your answers. So that will help you in determining where is your weak area, where should you focus on. All those practice will help you in getting that confidence to sit for your final exam. So now the fourth step is applying for the exam. So pay the exam fees and agree to the IIBA norms. So you don't have to it's not a tedious application process like CBAP or CCBA. So the ECBA is open for all. You don't need to have any kind of BA experience to sit for the exam. So the application also is pretty straightforward. You just have to pay your exam. Select a suitable date on which you would like to take the exam, and that's it. You're good to go for the exam. Okay, so apply 2 to 3 weeks prior to the exam slot to get your slot of your choice, and it's mostly taken from home, so you can sit at the convenience, the comfort of your home and take the exam. You don't have to travel anywhere, and it's not an exam that is available in test centers. So you can be comfortable at your home or any place which is quiet without any distraction. So that is the whole point. Okay, so with Adaptive US, you can also get an attractive exam voucher discount. So, which is not available from, if you go directly with IIBA, you will be ending up spending more. And with us, along with our courses, when you purchase the exam voucher, you get a really good discount as well. Now set up the infrastructure. So the infrastructure is 2 Windows-based personal computers. You don't really need to. The reason why we have set 2 is because one is for backup. Okay, so in case your system fails at any point, you can quickly switch over to the other system. That is the only reason why we have set 2. Please ensure that you have admin access to the computer. Many a times, students take their office laptops. That is what they use during the exam. And what happens is that there could be some kind of a firewall restriction because of which the PSI environment in which you take the exam that may not load properly, or there could be some hindrance in terms of starting the exam, okay, if it is an office laptop. So please make sure that you have full access to your computer and preferably your personal computer, because there will not be any kind of any kind of restrictions in that. So that's what I was trying to say. So yeah, that is one aspect. And 2 good internet connections, one for backup and one external camera, preferably if you have a camera which is embedded in your laptop itself, that's fine, provided it is of good clarity. Okay, so clarity is important. So if you have an external webcam, well and good. And if your internal cam, which comes as part of your laptop, is good enough, it's clear and you can show your face clearly, everything is good, then that's also fine. Okay, so power backup for at least 2 hours in case your internet, in case there's a power cut in your area. Please ensure that there is some kind of a power backup because we don't want you to run out of time and lose time by with all these other glitches which may happen. Okay, so your desk should be clean and it should be a noise-free room. There should not be any kind of distractors. So typically they would ask you to scan the environment. They would tell you to show your desk, to show a quick scan of your room. So all these aspects should be kept in mind, and please don't carry any kind of pen or notes inside, because that's not allowed, okay, for ECBA exam. So ECBA exam can be taken only remotely. Backup laptop and internet connection ensures your exam does not get abandoned due to infrastructure issues. Step number 6, take the exam, and that's the best part, right? So that's what we have all been preparing for, and all this training and months of preparation, days of sitting with the Babok and other study guides is primarily to take the exam and to ace it in the first attempt. So some test taking tips are, these are some test taking tips for you guys. So the exam tests your knowledge of the published guides. So they have given you 2 guides. One is the business analysis standard, and the other one is the business analysis body of knowledge. So I just wanted to show you these 2 things. So one is the BA standard. So this is the guidebook which IIBA provides for the ECBA exam. So this is one guidebook that you have to refer to. It covers the BACCM concepts, the business analysis core concept model. This is covered in detail in this book. What is change, what's need, what is solution, what is stakeholder, what is value, all those aspects are covered in detail in this particular book. And what is the mindset for effective business analysis? What is the kind of BA principles that you should follow? What are the foundational competencies that a BA should have? All these aspects, like how do you implement business analysis? Everything is covered in the business analysis standard. Okay, so this is one guidebook that you have to go through. Okay, and the other one is the Babok. Okay, so this is the Babok guide, and it has about, there's a lot of content in here. The only advantage right now is that out of 50 techniques, only 20 techniques will be there for the new pattern. So it's like, let me just check how many pages. Yeah, so it's coming to 500 plus pages. Okay, so this is a overwhelming book for many BAs, and without the right strategy, covering this book itself can be a little bit overwhelming, so that is the reason why many students prefer going for ECBA exam with a mentor or a guide, because that way, understanding this book itself becomes easier. Okay, so these are the 2 books that you should be aware of. And first few questions are usually harder. So this is a typical strategy of exam setters where they make the first few questions hard. Okay, so when students start attempting the questions from the first question itself, they will see difficult questions coming, and then it can be quite, it will result in, it may make them anxious. They may start doubting whether their preparation was adequate because they are seeing difficult questions coming in the beginning. So what we tell our students as a strategy is to start taking the questions exam from the middle. Let's say maybe 20 or 30th question, finish off the questions and then come back to these difficult questions. So usually as you may find simpler questions coming towards the end of the exam. So that's why we don't want students to miss out on those simple questions which may be coming towards the end. So that's why we tell start somewhere in the middle. So that way, when you start seeing questions, your mind will also calm down, and then you will enter the exam mode, and gradually you may start remembering everything, provided that you have spent considerable time preparing and you are thorough with your concepts. if you are thorough with your concepts, you will start understanding the questions better. As in, when you see the questions, you will be able to understand the questions. So if you are stuck with a particular question, do not spend too much time on it. Okay, if you're stuck, just mark that question for review and move on. If you spend too much time on a question, you will not have time for simpler questions which may be coming towards the end. So whenever you see a difficult question and you're not able to immediately answer, please mark that question. Or there's a flag button there. Please click on the flag button and come back to it later on. Okay, so when you come back to that later on, your mind may be a little more calm, and then you will be able to remember what is the correct answer. Okay, and then you will be able to mark it. So I'm not telling you to ignore those questions. Just mark that for review, finish off the simpler questions, and come back to that and spend a little more time to understand what they're asking and mark those questions appropriately. Okay. Then you may not have diagram related questions for ECBA, so that is a good thing. But for CBAP and higher level exams, you will have diagram related questions. Okay, so time management is very key to pass the exam. All right, so now how will adaptive US assist you in your career journey? Let's try to understand that. Okay, so we provide you triple guarantees. In the sense, we provide you with success guarantee, money back guarantee, and session run guarantee, which no other provider provides. Okay. Coming to that, I will also cover what those terminologies mean. We also have expert facilitators who have been part of the exam setting committee. So you have exam questions which are from the creators themselves. So that is how our exam pool of questions will be. It'll not be the exact question that you will get for the exam, but it will be similar to what you will see on your actual exam, because we have expert facilitators who have been authors of the BABOK as well as part of the exam setting committee. And the quality of content is very high, and our testimonials speak for themselves. So I don't really have to comment on that, because if you go to Adaptive US and read the testimonials, you will be 100% sure about the quality of the content that we provide. And end-to-end support, proven approach, and there are tools and templates as well in other plans. Based on the plan that you choose, you will also, there is a product called Inner Circle, so that contains BA tools and templates as well. So there are a wide variety of resources that we provide, and you have access to 12 live office hours or tutorials post the training. So that means our discussion does not end after the training. It continues because you are open to join any of the 12 office hours and clarify any questions that you have. Suppose you are in doubt and you don't understand a concept clearly, you are free to join these live office hours and clarify any question that you have and any concept that you need clarity for. Okay, so this is the guarantee that I was talking about, the success guarantee, which means that if you follow our recommended approach, basically we want you to go through all of the chapter and questions, the 6 simulations that we provide. And if you pass all of these, and if you still don't clear the exam, in the off chance that you don't clear the exam, we will provide your exam retake fees. So you are in safe hands. You don't have to worry before attempting the exam, because we will provide your retake fees. Okay, then the sessions are guaranteed to run. We will not tell one fine day, okay, sorry, we cannot run the session. That is not the case with Adaptive. All our ECBA sessions are guaranteed to run. If you enroll for a session, please be assured that the session will not be cancelled. And guaranteed money back. After paying your retake fees and after the 3rd attempt, if you still don't clear the exam, we will provide you whatever money, after the money that we have paid IIBA, whatever is left, we will be providing you that as the money back. So all our students, we have not had this, the students that come to us, they ace their exam in the very first attempt itself. That is why we are 100% confident on our guarantees. So today we have 800 plus ECBA certified professionals, and this is the best of the best that you can ask for, which is the adaptive faculty. We have Victoria, we have Ellen Mishra. So Ellen was supposed to conduct the session today, the webinar today, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, he was not able to join. And then I had to pitch in. So we have Victoria. She is an IIBA board member with 25 plus years of experience. We have Ellen. He's the first BA to achieve, and he has the world record for that, for achieving all the 7 IIBA certifications. We have Bindu. She's part of the, she's the head of IIBA Europe. We have Laura. She is also the former regional director of the IIBA with, again, 25 plus years of experience. We have Tom. He is an Agile BA practitioner, and he is from MIT with 26 plus years of experience. We have Olivia. She's also the chapter leader in the IIBA Tampa Bay chapter. So all of them, this is the very best that you can ask for. They're expert IIBA trainers, and they have trained several, they have trained so many BAs, like maybe 12,000 plus BAs. They have that kind of experience, that industrial knowledge and insights that they can share with you when you sit for the training. That is the kind of insights that you will get from these experts. Okay, so there are students who really tell us, studying with adaptive was the best choice that they made, and they passed the exam in the very first attempt. Thank you for the customer service and the work that you're doing. There are so many reviews. If you go to Google, the Google reviews, it all speaks for themselves. And I'm sure I don't have to say more on that, because definitely when you are evaluating a training provider, you will go through all those testimonials which other students say, because that is going to impact your decision making, right? Yeah. So this is the offer that I wanted to give you for the first 5 people who enroll for our ECBA Ultimate product. You will also get a live generative AI course, and that's going to enhance the way you perform as a business analyst, because today the role also involves a lot of understanding on how to apply generative AI in your BA work. So understanding that and how to make the best use of Gen AI and to perform your BA work more effectively and efficiently, we are going to give you this course free for the first 5 enrollments, and this is only for webinar attendees. So please write to cs@adaptiveus.com with this coupon code ADAWeb2601. And after enrolling for the ECBA Ultimate product, please write to cs@adaptiveus with this coupon code to claim your generative AI course. Okay, and this is only for the first 5 enrollments. So please hurry up and check how you can get in and claim your seat. Okay. So this is an exciting offer, and for Ultimate products, we have $750 discount right now, and this is a New Year offer for a very limited period, because after this we will go back to higher pricing, and this is just for a short term. This is a New Year offer which will last only till this month end. Okay, and now I wanted to share links to 2 invaluable resources for you guys, like I promised in the beginning. So there is this ECBA mock questions. Okay, I'm sharing this link here with you so that I want all of you to get this. Okay, so ECBA mock questions, there are 50 mock questions here, and it will help you in understanding what today's ECBA exam is all about, and the different varieties of questions that you will get, and why it is important for you guys to understand the concepts thoroughly before you sit for the actual exam. Okay, so this is one resource that I wanted to share with you, and the other one is the ECBA old versus new. Okay, so this is if you were looking at ECBA before, and if you have written the previous ECBA exam and you want to understand clearly what is the difference. This is a very small ebook, okay? It's just a small ebook which will compare the old ECBA versus new. But more than that, this ECBA mock questions ebook that is a more comprehensive ebook which will cover everything that the current ECBA pattern entails, okay? Yeah, so these are two invaluable resources that I wanted to share with you guys. And yes, so thank you so much for joining the webinar today. I hope I was able to give you an overview of what ECBA is, what is being tested currently, and what is it that you should know in order to sit for the exam. So now we have about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, yeah, so I can take up any questions that you have. And yeah, let me just allow you guys to unmute. Okay, so all of you, if you have any doubts, please share your questions in the chat window. Linda, Miranda, Roger, Toledo, Nicholas, anybody, does any one of you have any question regarding the IIBA exam pattern or how to prepare for the IIBA exam? Just shoot your questions. Yeah, do we have any questions? You can also type any questions that you have in the chat window.
Hi, I wanted to post mine on the chat, but the chat seems to be disabled at the moment.
Oh, is it? Let me
Yeah.
just check. No problem. You can ask me the question in the meantime. I'm not sure why the chat is disabled.
I wanted to structure my question at the moment. Let me just type it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure why you're not able to chat. Uh, Seems to be enabled. You're not able to post your questions, is it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I'm not sure if attendees can chat with. Yeah. Got it. Can you try again?
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be okay. All right.
Great. Okay, just try. Yeah, so while you type in, I just wanted to share an amazing testimonial which another student shared. His name is Tong, and he has written to us that, he's, so here is something which Tong has said, and I'm pretty sure you can see it in the Google reviews as well. So he signed up as a new member with IIBA, and he self-studied the Babok guide with the purpose of clearing the ECBA exam, and he did not take the ECBA before July 21st. Yeah, and he did not pass the ECBA. Okay, so in the first attempt, he said he did not pass the exam. Then he rewrote the exam once more, and was still not able to clear the exam. So after which he reached out to us, and then he realized that he reached the limitation of self-study. Okay, and then he did a lot of research and found Adaptive US, and he signed up for the ECBA program with us. And he was able to extend his knowledge and clear his assumptions. And within 1 month of commitment, he was able to clear the exam. So he is such a happy customer. He has written to us and he rewrote the exam with a real tester. And it was the first time ever I truly feel happy because I did pass the exam. and Adaptive US is the greatest. So he has given such an amazing testimonial because he is somebody who, who really struggled studying on his own, and then finally he made up his mind to uh, to take the training and then clear the exam in the first attempt. So yeah, so that's something which I wanted to share with you. Okay, so let me see if Nicholas has shared his question. Yeah, so okay, fine. Mm, hmm, yeah. Yeah, Nicholas, so I didn't see your message before I shared this testimonial, and I'm so glad I shared this with you because I really want to instill that confidence in you that it is possible to clear the exam provided you get a sound understanding of the concepts, and the gap seems to come from timing or applying the concept, even though I apply most of these techniques on my job as a business system analyst. Yeah. So yes, this is the same thing that another student of ours faced. So I think it is probably because the two books that you have to refer to is pretty overwhelming, and studying on your own, sometimes it does not give you that kind of an understanding of the subject. So that's pretty much why many students, after giving it a try on their own, they go for somebody who can really help them understand the concepts and clarify their understanding better. Because many a times when we see questions, we may not be able to distinguish between the options. That's primarily because it could be because we are not sure what the question is asking. We need to have more conceptual clarity. We need to practice more questions. That is also one reason. And questions, in the sense, you have to ensure that the questions that you're practicing is actually based on the current format. And many times, other providers may not have updated their question bank. So that could be one reason why many students struggle over there. So that is one challenge that they have. So I would suggest you to approach our team and understand what is the best way out for this, in the sense, how can you actually uh, enroll for a live training program with the experts and understand the concepts better. That is one thing, so that you also understand and practice the questions. Questions practice is also very important. These are two aspects that you need to look at and discussing and understanding with a mentor, and seeing what best they can do, in the sense that when they teach you the concepts live, you will be able to understand it better, and you will also be able to apply those understanding in your questions, and that will help you in eliminating the options correctly. Okay, so that is what you need to do at this point. Okay, Nicholas, so I would also suggest you to write to our team, and you can also book a call with our experts. So let me just give you a link to book a call. You can get a dedicated slot. Okay. So these are two things you can reach out to. One is cs@adaptiveus.com and adaptiveus.com/book call. So just book a call with an expert, and you can share your concerns, and they will tell you the best path forward. So this is what I would suggest. Being a trainer myself, I have trained so many students, and I have helped them accomplish their certification. So even yesterday or day before yesterday, there was a student who cleared the exam, and he wrote to me that, with the help of these kind of officers, the post training support that we provide, they were able to get a good understanding of the subject, where they went wrong. Like when you go wrong in a question itself, you can come to the live officer and ask, why have I gone wrong in this question? Why is option B correct? Why is it not option A? You can challenge your assumptions, and you can also challenge the way we have written an answer. And that way, when that discussion becomes stronger, you will be able to clarify your concepts. That is how we proceed. So within 12 weeks, so many students have, not 12 weeks, for ECBA, we would just say 10 weeks. So in 5 sessions, your live classes will be over. Then parallelly, you can also start preparing, because on a weekly basis, we have only one class, so that students understand the concept, they go through the resources associated with that in that particular week itself. Suppose you complete BA planning and monitoring in one of the sessions, you have BA planning and monitoring or elicitation and collaboration. If you complete that particular session, you have 1 week to prepare. You can go through the chapter and questions, you can go through the e-learning videos associated with that. So we are not going to put in tremendous pressure for you. So you will be able to balance that with your work. So many a times, students also find it challenging because they have their work pressure also coming in, and they are not sure how to balance that along with their, studies. So that's why we are also taking it at a good pace, because when we do it one session a week, that will give students ample time to prepare. Then they are thoroughly prepared for the next session. So then we cover the next session. That way, if the students are also at ease, the faculty is also happy that the students are able to come prepared for the next session. So that way, your goal will be achieved at a much faster pace. Okay, so you don't have to spend months and months struggling on your own. Rather, you can make your journey faster by attending the live sessions. Okay, Nicholas, that is my recommendation for you. And that is why even before I saw your chart, I just shared that testimonial, because many students who reach out to us have undergone this kind of a situation. And that's why we are keen to help our students come out in flying colors. Okay?
Yes, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Giving me a bit of clarity on
Yes.
the subject.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, Linda, Miranda, Roger? So, Nicholas, if you have any other question, you can still post that. Okay. So,
Yeah, I've already booked a call with the expert. I believe
right.
that,
Yes.
yeah.
Good. Okay. Yeah, and Nicholas, you were also saying that you have done, you have used many of these techniques in your job, but sometimes, the exam evaluates what the book is really talking about. Sometimes, even if we have 15 or 20 years of experience, we should be aware of what the IIBA standard talks about. Okay, so understanding what the standard talks about is the key to answering such questions. So the way we have been using, or the way our understanding of terminologies may not be the way IIBA is expecting you to answer. So because the exam is structured based on certain standards and based on best practices. So as trainers, we typically tell students not to apply their own personal understanding of certain things. It's all based on the book. So based on what IIBA talks about, that's how you have to apply your knowledge of the subject, and that's how you will crack the exam. Okay. If there are no other questions for today, we can wind up. Okay, Sim, Toledo, Roger, yeah. All right, guys, if that's all for today, then we can wind up. We will be more than happy to assist you. If you wish to get on a one-on-one call with any of our experts, I have shared the link with you. Please go ahead and book a call. Okay, and I hope you guys have also received the 2 resources that I shared. Those are very valuable resources. And Nicholas, maybe you can download that as well and start practicing. See how the new pattern is, and what is the kind of answer and explanation that is associated with that. Okay, so that'll help you in giving you a little bit of understanding on how the current pattern is centered. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, guys.
and about the course that you displayed earlier,
Mm-hmm.
I just need to send an email, right? That's it.
So yeah, I will be sharing. Yes, yes. You can get the ECBA training. I am going to give you the ECBA training link also. This is for the benefit of everyone. You can go through the various live training options that we have available. So I have given the link in the chat window. So please go through the various options that are available.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right. Bye.
Good. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.